Yo, what is up guys? It's the Goblin and welcome back to another Fortnite video. In today's video, it's going to be another tips and tricks video. I know I've done a lot of tips and tricks videos in the past. That's kind of the bread and butter of my channel, but I haven't done one in a while, and I got this awesome gameplay the other day, which is a 17 kill solo win that I sort of want to analyze for you guys. So hopefully you guys usually do enjoy these videos. If you guys do, you could smack a like on this thing. Let's go for 905 likes. That'd be absolutely amazing. If we could hit that, I would appreciate that. Also subscribe to the channel if you guys are new, and let's get right into it. So what I'm going to do is sort of watch the gameplay and analyze it as it's going through. It is a 17 kill solo win. I know some people like when I say how many kills I get at the start. Some people want to be surprised, but hey, I already said it, so that's what it is. And basically, I'm going to talk about the main thing in today's video is the new strategy that I've been doing, which is paying attention to how much damage you take. So for example, in this gameplay, I took, and I think at the end of the gameplay I do show it, because you can show your stats at the end of the game if you do win the game, or I think if you lose too, you can check it, I'm not sure, but basically the damage I took was around 240, I think around 250 damage, and the damage I did to other players was around 2,500. So I'm doing 10 times the damage to other players in this match as they're doing to me, which is absolutely key. Like I say before, the most important things to have in this game are materials and health/shields, and you can see I have a plethora of that in today's gameplay. And when I'm only taking 240 damage per game and I'm killing 17 people, obviously I'm going to have enough heals and everything to supply me to the end game, and that's sort of what I'm going to focus on, as well as just analyzing the gameplay. So right here, this is Tilted Towers. This is the classic start, and you guys know by now Tilted Towers is the place to go to get high kill wins, not to get the most amount of wins. To get the most amount of wins, honestly, you just land on the outskirts and make your way in and sort of avoid confrontation. But I like to play sort of aggressive sometimes, at least. And you can see here, I'm taking these guys out. I'm being smart there. I have a guy trapped in a room. He has nowhere to go. But you can see how I slow peek that 3 times to make sure I don't take any damage. It's little things like that. Instead of if I ran in there and I fought him, sure, I would have been fine. But I may have had to use that slurp or that 50 pot, which may have affected me later in the gameplay. So that's what it's sort of like. The way I've been thinking about it lately as a solo Fortnite is sort of thinking about it like baseball. And I'm not sure how many of you guys are familiar with baseball or played baseball, but basically in baseball, you have to know what's going on. So if you're an outfielder and there's a runner on base and there's 1 out or 2 out, you have to know the situation, because you have to know beforehand, hey, if this ball is hit to me, which, there's a chance it can be, and I'm in the outfield, I need to know, am I throwing to second? Am I throwing to the cutoff guy? Am I throwing home? Now, I know not everyone will get that reference, but it's basically thinking ahead. What if? And that's what you sort of have to do in this game as well. And by thinking ahead, you don't really have to think what if, although you do sometimes do a third party, but you have to think for sure, do I have extra heals? A person like me right now, I can take some damage because I do have those heals. Obviously, you never want to take damage. But if I had no heals right now, I would be playing differently, because I'm thinking about my next move, sort of like how you would have to do in baseball. Or I'm sure there's better references or analogies for that. But that's one thing I've been doing a lot more lately, and I've noticed I've been taking a lot less damage. And one thing with the tack, I've noticed, like in the gameplay where I won with just the tack, the old style, I took like 600 damage. Compare that gameplay to this one, I take 200 damage. So obviously, you can still win taking 600 damage, but you want to do it as clean as possible, and the least amount you can take is the best. So right here, I'm basically looking for this guy. I hear footsteps, and I'm looking for people in this tower, but I'm taking my time, because there is the only bad thing about Tilted Towers kind of is some people do love to just crouch in a corner and listen for footsteps, and I'm obviously trying to push the tempo and play high tempo, so I have to push everyone, but luckily I hear some shots. I come down here, and this is beautiful. This is exactly what you want to happen. Third party, and right here is an interesting gunfight. So you'll see here I hit all my shots with attack. Sure, I don't hit headshots. I think I hit 3 body shots, but I take him out. But he smacks me with that shotgun that he had. I'm not sure what he had. Maybe it was a pump. And he smacks me down to 30. So right there, I took like 100. I took the majority of the damage I'd taken this whole game right there. And that's sort of, there was nothing I really could have done better there, except maybe made myself less of a target by jumping around and, of course, hit headshots, which is much easier said than done. Just hit a headshot. It's way easier said than done. But basically, you can see here, I'm using a lot of my heals, and this is sort of a setback, because now I have to either farm up and look for more heals, sort of loot up, or just go into a fight like this, which I will have a lot of health, but if he damages me, I don't have any minis or anything like the pop. So that's why, like, I prefer right now, honestly, the pump into the drum gun. But at Tilted Towers, the tack can do some nice damage. You just are going to take damage. As you can see right here, once again, huge damage to that guy. 130 with a green tack to the head, but once again, I took damage, and I can't actually use the slurp because you have to wait for the first slurp to be expired before you use the second. But that's sort of what's happening here. And, when you take damage early game and you have shields, it's not as bad as taking it late game. So now, look at my inventory. I am down to nothing as terms of extra shields. But at this point, I realize I have a good gameplay going. I have 7 kills. I hear a guy over here. I come over and I take that fight because I'm still playing confidently. I'm still not letting it mess up the flow of my gameplay. And luckily, of course, on a 17 kill game, you're going to have to run into a lot of people, which I did. Basically, I get on tilted with 8 kills. I make my way. I think I farmed up or I looted up a little bit. And that's why I was able to get that extra 50 pot that I'm holding right now. And then, of course, I have a sniper. Here's my stance on snipers. People always ask me, what do you think of snipers? Number one, I'm not the best sniper, so don't take it from me. If you're a good sniper, use it, bro. Use it if you're good with it. For me personally, I take it when I have that extra slot open, so I can do stuff like that. Bam, clean body shot, finish him off. And I like the hunting rifle. But if I had like a sploder here, or if I had like 5 minis, obviously I'm going to take that over the sniper rifle. That is just my personal preference. Usually with a sniper, if I use it, I might get a couple kills that game. But, you know, potions or splodes, I'm pretty much going to use in almost every scenario, at least potions. That's sort of what I'm doing here. So this is your mid-game kills. Now, mid-game is, I've talked about this before, when you're going for high kills, early game and late game, you can sort of control your tempo. Mid game, it really just comes down to, do you understand the bus path? Which means that, and this is something that, you know, it's a high level strategy. But basically, if the bus is going from, you know, say the bus goes from south to north. So it starts over at Lucky Landing and makes its way towards Lazy Links. You got to think a lot of people are dropping in that middle vertical line area, so you can sort of think, okay, there's going to be people at Salty, obviously there's going to be people at Lazy, and take your rotations off of that to find people mid-game. I should probably make another video, like a lot of the tip videos I made like months ago, should probably be updated, like how to find more kills mid-game, how to build better. I'm sure I should update those sort of things. Let me know in the comments if you want me to do that. But basically what I'm saying is mid-game is sort of just third party and moving in with the storm, and honestly my best gameplays kill-wise, like, are these ones where I go tilted and the storm pushes me sort of northeast. That's where I got like 21 kill before. A lot of just tons of over 15 kill gameplays just doing that. And that's because everyone is moving in with the storm. So this mid game is a little bit more controllable and I'm able to find more people. By the way, this skin, I think this skin only costed like 800 V-Bucks and it's fire, bro. I really do like this skin. I also have the, I think it's the soccer. I don't know. Does the blonde soccer girl have the same haircut as this girl? I think it does. I'm not sure. Anyway, I'm moving in with the storm, and that's basically what I'm doing here. You can see I have 11 kills with 8 left, and this is at the time where you have to make a decision. Do I want to just camp and get like a 12 or 13 kill win, or do I want to push my tempo? I can't get a 20 bomb, but I can get anywhere up to an 18 bomb. So obviously I get 17, so I miss out on 1 kill. But that's like I'm telling you guys, late game, you can really push the tempo. Look, I get 7 out of these last 8 kills. That's because a lot of people are hiding and trying to go for wins, and that's where I'm able to take advantage. If you notice in this gameplay, a lot of my fights are third-party fights as well, and where I'm taking shots from a distance and sort of putting them on their edges. You can see there, I kill that guy with the sniper. The previous guy I weakened with the sniper. This guy's third-partied. He's looking there. You know, I'm not in a position to take damage, and that's really huge for me, especially with the strategy that I've been talking about throughout this game. As you guys can see, if I could hit my snipes, dude, this would have been even more dominant. But you can see here, just ramping up, getting height advantage, and sort of just playing it strategically and smart. Reason why I pushed this guy is because I realized he was just coming out of a fight, and whenever you're just coming out of a fight with someone else, there's a potential that that person is weak, you know, way more potential than just a guy walking through a field, because he was just in a fight. I heard the fire, I push him, body shotted with the pump, killed him for like 77, so he obviously didn't have too much health right there, and we're able to take that one out. And then here is, of course, the final, at this point, when it's a big circle, I've noticed that a lot lately, with the addition of like Season 5, Paradise, Lazy, and challenges, different stuff like that. A lot of the times, the last circle, there's like a lot of people, but it's a big circle. Which you could see that as a bad thing because the game's going to last longer, or you could, you know, be or be productive, I guess, be glass half full, and see that as a good thing where you can run around and roam and take out more of the last kills right here. So right there with that fight, I want to point out, why was I using my grenade launchers on that guy? Was it because I was scared to fight him straight up with the gun? No, it's because I don't have a big pot. I don't want to take damage because I sure had 10 minis, but that means for the final 3 fight, I'll be 150, and I'd much rather be a 100, aka 200, but I can deal with that fight. Final zone, all you have to do is get there and build up. I, of course, build with metal because it's so secure, and if no one's around you, you might as well do that. And I'm basically untouchable at this point. You have to watch out for like a sniper from a bush, which is why I tend to always stay moving. You see I stand still for half a second there, and then I move in again because I see one player, but I don't know where that third one is. And this is where explodes come in handy. Like I say, like, you know, I prefer explodes over a sniper. It's just like that. They counteract building, and a lot of people are good at building in Season 5, if you guys haven't noticed. This last guy here, I'm building up on me, but I'm not really sure what he's doing. He was building very, very slowly and sort of playing a bit too tactical, so I just say, you know what, there's no point in me even peeking this and risking it. I'm just going to try to shoot him with these explodes and try to just get a lucky hit on him so he gets weak. He backs up all the way to the storm, and it's at that point I'm like, okay, wait, this guy is not a very good player. Let's just make sure he doesn't die to the storm and I get my kill. And bada bing, bada boom. 17 kill solo win. Hopefully this video did help you guys out. A lot of the tips I said today are new things that I haven't really talked about in the past. So I'm sure you guys probably enjoy that because I know I do repeat tips sometimes. But as you guys can see there, damage taken is 238. Damage dealt is 2640. So some big stuff there. Thanks for watching. Smack a like. I think this video does deserve it. Subscribe if you guys are new. Have a great night. And I'm out. Peace.